Toyota Racing Development pace truck going to make its way down into the infield. 98 times around, ladies and gentlemen. For the final time this season, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Because this is what you saved your lunch money for. Turkey night goes to green. Jacob Denny going to hold off the charge of the outside. He'll work inside and out to the race lead here. He'll try to come around and lead lap number 1. Dason Pursley in pursuit. Kofoid running in third. He'll have Thorson peeking to the outside. He will throw it into the high side of the speedway, trying to get the grip down to the back straightaway thus far. Kofoid able to hold him off as they work into turns 3 and 4. Pursley also trying the outside of the speedway, not able to get the charge he needed on Jacob Denny. Denny holds on to the race lead. Pursley running in second. Tanner Thorson right now trying to hold on to that third spot. He had it from Kofoid last time at the start-finish line. Thorson up high, Kofoid down low. The Mobile 1 entry with a better run this time around to the front straightway. He will hold on to the third position. Thorson running at fourth. Cannon McIntosh your top 5. Kevin Thomas Jr. going to run at 6. Kel Drake, Kyle Larson, Corey Day, and Gavin Miller right now your top 10. Everybody filing down to the bottom side of the speedway. Patience, the name of the game, while not giving up too much here in the early laps as they await the track to widen out here. Jacob Denny going to try to get up and hide. Puts about a half a straightaway between himself and Dason Pursley for the time being. Kofoid holds on to the third spot. Tanner Thorson, he's been peeking that outside line here. It just has not cleaned off enough for him to get up and try to make anything happen with Cannon McIntosh. Still running at your top 5. Kind of looked at the left rear of the 25 there for a second. Wasn't able to squeeze down underneath him and move him up out of the line as they work onto the back straightway. Kevin Thomas Jr. still running in the 6th spot. Kel Drake, Kyle Larson, Corey Day, Gavin Miller, your top 10. Tyler Courtney running 11. Jake Swanson in 12th. Ryan Timms, Justin Grant, Logan Seavey right now your top 15. 8 laps in, 90 remain. And it is 98 green flag laps. Caution laps do not count. Back of the field, starting to come into view. So things about to become interesting here as the track still narrow down to the bottom side. And Jacob Denny now has to contend with the back of the field. Pursley letting the car swing out at the exit of turn number 4, testing the high line a little bit here. A couple of drivers starting to open up their entry a little bit. We'll see how things progress as they come around to click off lap at number 12. Denny able to clear the slower machine. He puts the 66 of Brody Graham a lap down. Puts that car between himself and Pursley. Pursley has gained several car lengths though as he had to navigate and time his pass. Still not able to clear the B&B Oilfield Services entry is now the 66. Going to swing it wide. The PristineAuction.com number 86 with the run to the back straightway. He will clear. Within about 5 car lengths as they work through turns 3 and 4 by the 101 of Kate Lewis to put him a lap down now. Inside line is still clear. Pursley is there trying to hold pace with the 25. Ooh, look out, Brody Graham. Car shot up the racetrack, thought she was going to seize up and come to a stop, able to get it rolling, and we stay green as Denny comes around with 82 laps remaining. He still has Dason Pursley glued onto that back bumper. Buddy Kofoid, in the meantime, he has started to close in. Tanner Thorson and McIntosh still your top 5. See Pursley that time testing the high side of turns 1 and 2. Takes it immediately back down to the bottom over in turns 3 and 4. On the 68 of Ronnie Gardner here, trying to put him a lap down. See a few drivers towards the back of the pack, starting to creep up the racetrack a little bit. Going to focus in on one here, the 98 of Carrick. Right now within kind of a nothing to lose situation. Going to go ahead and look to the outside now. Challenge possibly for the lead. Here comes Pursley. He's going to look to the outside to turns 3 and 4. Leader mired in traffic around the bottom. Pursley trying to get a run to the front straightway. He's right there running. Goes back to the high side of turns 1 and 2. Jacob Denny going to have to get the elbows out to try to block the charge here as he is still down around the bottom side of the speedway up on the back bumper of Ronnie Gardner. He's going to see the 86 giving it a try. Now he's going to go to the outside and Pursley's going to go to the bottom. Jacob Denny goes to the outside. He leaves the inside line open. He is able to fend off the charge of the CB Industries entry for the time being. Uses the lap car as a pick, but can it hold? Round to the front straightaway. Pursley had a shot, couldn't get it. Now they leave the bottom open. And Kofoid going to sneak by in the Mobile 1, number 71. Pursley sneaking off the bottom. Kofoid there to capitalize. Thorson on his back bumper. Cannon McIntosh trying to close in on this fight now. As your leader with a trio of lap cars dead ahead. Moves his line up the racetrack just a little bit more. That high line starting to clean off. Leaders having to take advantage of it to try to clear slower cars. Jacob Denny still in command. Buddy Kofoid in the number 71. He's going to stick to the outside. Leader's going to return down to the bottom over in turns 3 and 4. Does he have the run to the front straightaway? He does not. Buddy Kofoid. 7th place finish here 1 year ago. Knocking on the door of the lead here at Turkey Night. 72 laps remain, and you'll have a new leader. Buddy Kofoid charges the outside. Jacob Denny going to fight back. They're going to cross each other over as they work onto the back straightaway. Kofoid to the inside, Denny to the outside. Here comes Kofoid. Denny back on the bottom. Kofoid's going to come around and lead. So Buddy Kofoid, he's led to in this one. Jacob Denny throwing the slide back on him as they work onto the far side of the speedway. Has the run and the advantage off into turns 3 and 4. It will be the 25. No, the 71. Able to get back up in front of him. Kofoid holds on to the race lead. Jacob Denny still right there. You've got Tanner Thorson into that mix as well. A pair of Tom Malloy own entries running 2nd and 3rd right now, but it is the KKM Curb Agajania Mobile 1, number 71 of Buddy Kofoid leading. 69 laps to go. The line about halfway up the racetrack right now. Able to keep pace ahead of the leaders. It's been interesting to watch. Is the 98 of Tanner Carrick, who currently runs in 19th. So far, he's been able to outpace the 71 as we've got problems for Ryan Timms. The 67 slow on the high side of turns 1 and 2. That will draw the caution. Caution for Ryan Timms as it looks like damage on the front end of the number 67. So we'll see if he's able to make his way out of the Indy Metal finishing work area. Crew continuing to work. Buddy Kofoid, his 5th start in Turkey Night. A best finish of 2nd in 2021. Trying to take home the trophy. The Aggie here tonight. We go back to green. Jacob Denny and Tanner Thorson are going to be charging hard to try to get up and get around. The KKM Curb Agajania machine is now. Here comes Pursley back in the hunt. Pursley falling back to 4th, trying to get his way back up into 2nd here. Works around the bottom side of the speedway. Ooh, we got one bouncing hard over in turns 3 and 4. That was Cale Drake in the 97K, the Eibach entry. Getting it back under control. Loses a couple of spots, but we stay green. As it's a 3-car fight for the 2nd spot. You've got Pursley to the inside. You got Denny to the outside. You got Thorson chasing both of them. Thorson trying to the middle, up the racetrack behind the back bumper, the number 25. Jacob Denny, that allows the 86. Mason Pursley, a little bit of room to run on the inside now. Reeling in your leader, the 71 of Kofoid. Working the top side of the speedway. Keep a look down to the bottom. Here comes Dason Pursley in the 86. Trying to put a cherry on top of the 2024 season. Your points leader. Trying to leave no doubt. But so far, Kofoid able to keep him at bay. The 71 continues to keep momentum rolling on the outside. That bottom line starting to get just a little bit of a shine to it here. It's when that shine goes dull that you got to be worried. As right now, he continues to roll the bottom masterfully. The 71 up on the outside, continuing to lead. Pursley running in 2nd. Denny and Thorson in a good battle for that 3rd spot, trying to turn it back into a battle for 2nd here. In the meantime, Kyle Larson, the FloRacing number 1K, has picked his way up into the top 5. Corey Days running in 6th. Cannon McIntosh in 7th. Cale Drake, Kevin Thomas Jr., and Tyler Courtney currently round out your top 10. Logan Seavey running in 11th. Gavin Miller in 12th. Jake Swanson in 13th. Emerson Axum in 14th. Justin Grant in 15th. Weigel, Carrick, Bryson, Dom, and McDermott. That is your top 20. Slide jobs coming for the 2nd spot. Tanner Thorson in the 25M. Putting her back up on the high side, putting the whip to it here to the front straightaway. Has the second position. Dason Pursley back to third. Tanner Thorson picking up the win at Bakersfield, trying to get one more win for Tom Malloy before they hang it up here. He will start to close in rapidly on the Mobil 1, number 71, as they work it onto the back straightaway. 56 laps to go. This time it'll be 55 remaining. Track top to bottom. Corey Day setting sights on Kyle Larson. That'll be the fight for the fifth spot. Larson fins off the charge of the Willie Kane Factory K number 4 machine. Both drivers vie down to the bottom over in turns 3 and 4. Larson going to slide himself up to the top side of turn number 4. Trying to come after Jacob Denny, who rides in that 4th spot. Pursley running in 3rd. Thorson still running in 2nd. Everybody continuing to chase Buddy Kofoid. High side off of turn number 4. That's where your top 5 drivers ride. First driver to break rank, Corey Day down to the bottom. Now he's going to switch lanes with Larson into turns 1 and 2. Larson down to the bottom, Day to the outside. Still a good battle as they work to the back straightaway. Day trying to get a run, had to tap the brakes. Now going to diamond it down to the bottom. Larson up across the racetrack. It's Larson with the advantage still. Both drivers down to the bottom. Oh, Corey Day into the left rear, Kyle Larson. Larson around and the caution lights come on. Car coming to a stop at the exit at turn number 4 as well. And I believe that is the 77 at Gabbard that has come to a rest in the exit at turn number 4. Fantastic battle for the 5th spot. Both drivers try to the bottom. Day into the left rear of Larson. He does the 360, and that will send him to the tail. So in USAC competition, again, there is a 360 rule. If you spin, you will be the caution. You will go to the back as we get a look on the replay. And Day up in the left rear of the FloRacing number 1K. So Larson, see what he can do from the back of the field. Tough break for the 4-time Turkey Night champion. As Buddy Kofoid continues to lead. Tanner Thorson in 2nd, Jacob Denny in 3rd, Dason Pursley had fought his way back up into 2nd, now going to restart in 4th. Corey Day in 5th, Cannon McIntosh in 6th, Kevin Thomas Jr. in 7th, Cale Drake in 8th, Tyler Courtney in 9th, and Emerson Axum from 26 is up to the top 10. Remember, Axum had to go to a backup car. The oil filter exploding off of the primary car earlier tonight. So keep an eye on the 68, trying to charge up through the field. We go back to green, 53 laps remain. Top to bottom through turns 1 and 2. Now here comes Thorson trying for the slide. Not quite enough momentum to clear. The 71 leads. Thorson going to try to get that momentum built back up and see if he can throw it one more time as they work onto the back straightaway. Denny round the bottom. Corey Day in the meantime going to go to the outside. He is worked by Dason Pursley's number 86 now. And the Portuguese Construction Sander Engineering number 4. Mounted charge to get to the front of the field. He's got Tom Malloy cars right in front of him, running top to bottom. Here comes Thorson once again. He will slide across the 71. 3 wide for the top spot. It's going to be Kofoid. Buddy Kofoid holds onto the race lead, and Tanner Thorson slams the cushion. The car goes skyward. He sets it back down and somehow keeps it rolling. What a save by the Trent Shoring, number 25. Bam is up front as that's all going on. Jacob Denny goes back into the race lead. Jacob Denny back to the top spot, working the bottom side of the racetrack. Buddy Kofoid back to 2nd. Corey Day running at 3rd. Tanner Thorson holds on to 4th. Dason Pursley continues to round out your top 5. Here comes Kofoid trying to get the rubber band wound up on the outside. Does he have the run of the front straightaway? He's there. Misses it by half a car at the line. 0.010 seconds. That was the difference. Jacob Denny hard on the throttle to the back straightaway. Kofoid again working topside. He'll have momentum off of the cushion. Bobbles her just a little bit. It continues to be Jacob Denny leading. One slower car starting to come into view here as they work onto the back straightaway. 1st through 4th all up for grabs. It is Denny, Kofoid, Thorson, Day. They are split top to bottom. 2 high, 2 low. Pass for the 3rd spot. Thorson and Day trying to trade that spot around. It will be Corey Day holding on to it. As they work into turns 3 and 4, Thorson back up to the high side. Jacob Denny still in pursuit of the bottom side of the speedway. He leads. Kofoid still right there. Corey Day trying to use patience on the inside. Oh, Kofoid just bounced her off of the wall. Buddy Kofoid off of the wall and contact to the back bumper from Tanner Thorson. Thorson, though, backed out of the throttle. He allowed the 71 to regain his composure, and we stay green. In the meantime, the 86 to Dason Pursley, he's going to make his way by, and he has Kevin Thomas Jr. in tow with him. As they work into turns 3 and 4, Thorson going to go up to the top, and he's going to go ahead and let the throttle speak here. Works back by the 86. Into turns 1 and 2. Retakes the 4th spot. Pursley's back to his inside, not able to get there. Thorson now driving with a little bit of vengeance here. Bounced her hard off of the wall. Saved it, brought it back down. Now, he is the only driver in the top 5 working the high side. It's a long way around, but so far he is holding on to the 4th position. Kofoid running in 3rd. Corey Day trying to reel in Jacob Denny. It'll be 38 laps remaining this time. Bottom side of the speedway. Starting to clean off over in turns 3 and 4. As with that, the 25M going to vacate the top and go down to the bottom. Dason Pursley all but pushing him onto the back straightway. Going to go back to the high side over in turns 3 and 4. Bounces her hard off of the cushion one more time. He's side by side with the pristineauction.com number 86. At the line, it was Thorson over Pursley, but barely. Kevin Thomas Jr. still right there in the 6th position. Tyler Courtney in 7th. Cannon McIntosh in 8th. Logan Seavey in 9th. And Gavin Miller right now your top 10. Problems for the Ada McDermott. He's going to roll slow over at turn number 2, and the caution light's going to come on with 36 to go. Emerson Axum in 11, Jake Swanson in 12th, Cale Drake in 13, Justin Grant in 14th, Tanner Carrick in 15th as we go back to green. Field fighting down to the bottom side of the speedway. A little bit of bumper tag going on. We'll see how the fight goes in the back straightway. One driver going to go ahead and step to the outside and see if he can make something happen here. That is going to be the 68 machine working on the 97 of Gavin Miller right now to try to make his way into the top 10. That's Emerson Axum. Now going to go ahead and take it down to the bottom side of the speedway. Low side running both ends now for the field. And Jacob Denny with 34 laps to go. Corey Day trying to improve by one more. Buddy Kofoid running in 3rd. Dason Pursley running in 4th. Tanner Thorson still your top 5. As the bottom line begins to dull over in turns 3 and 4, it will begin to clean off, and that's where the field will ride. Trying to chili bowl the left front up on that inside berm. Stick the right rear and protect from the pass at all cost. Denny now will have control over the pace of the race. As tire conservation will start to enter the thoughts of drivers as they work into turns 3 and 4. A 30-lap dash to the finish begins now. Top 5 drivers on a breakaway from the rest of the running order. Kevin Thomas Jr. back in that distance 6th. Tyler Courtney running in 7th. Cannon McIntosh in 8th. Logan Seavey, Gavin Miller continues to be your top 10. As Kevin Thomas Jr. off of the bottom, going to allow the 23 to go ahead and make his way by. Looks like possibly the right rear getting a little soft on the 57 KT. He makes his way off of turn number 4. It is still up. But he has lost a position to Tyler Courtney as he will now try to reel in your top 5. Thorson sitting in 5th. Pursley running in 4th. Those two right now in a race all their own. Your top 3 have pulled away. As Jacob Denny continues to lead Corey Day. See if he starts to apply a little bit of pressure here. Trailed by a half a second last time. This time, still right there at .501. And problems continue for Kevin Thomas Jr. The car not wanting to stick down to the bottom side of the speedway. He's lost another handful of positions. As the leaders start to see the back of the field. And KTJ, his turkey night going to come to a close. That car down into the infield. He will clear and we will stay green. Now the question is, where do the leaders go? As we're a couple laps away from having to contend with slower traffic. First driver in line now is going to be the 77 of Gabbard. Corey Day, quick to the throttle in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Kind of poked it up on the 25 there a little bit. Thought better of it, brought it back in line here as they work into turns 1 and 2. 22 laps to go. It is Denny, then Day, Kofoid, then Pursley, Thorson in 5th, Courtney in 6th, McIntosh in 7th, Seavey in 8th, Gavin Miller in 9th, and Cale Drake. That'll be your top 10 problems for the 68, the Toyota entry, Axum. After charging from 26, he's been trying to make his way into the top 10, and his turkey not going to come to a close. As now, the game of chess commences. Able to time his pass onto the back straightaway on the 77. Corey Day right there glued to the back bumper. Buddy Kofoid likewise able to make his way by. Next two drivers in line on the lead lap going to be the 86 of Pursley and the 25 of Thorson. Thorson on the throttle, gives a little shot to the back bumper of the 86. Trying to get him up out of the groove a little bit, see if he can make his way by. So far not able to do so. 18 laps remain. Jacob Denny trying to be patient yet aggressive here. Brings it around with Corey Day right on his back bumper. Corey Day has a run to the inside. Challenge for the race lead. The 4 going to slip by and take over. Corey Day up into the race lead. Second last year. Can he hold on for gold here this year? Caution. Cannon McIntosh slow in the back straightaway. He is going to make his way up into the Indy Medal finishing work area. The leader +1 constitutes a completed lap, and Corey Day will lead. On the restart and the initial start, the entire field must make their way around to complete the lap. But once we are underway, it is the leader +1, so Corey Day has taken over with 16 laps to go.
Kevin Thomas Jr. pulled in the infield about 8-9 or so laps ago, so we wanted to show off the tire and give you an idea of what tire wear we're working with right now. Obviously, rubber has been a part of this race for a while. If we come in closer, obviously, the top part of the rubber here is worn off a little bit, but we're really looking at this part of the tire here and kind of give us an idea of how much it is worn. Not as bad as we thought it would be, but obviously the cars on track have run a lot more laps than this Abacus Racing 57 KT. So tough break for Kevin Thomas, no doubt about it, but this should give you an idea of what we're looking at here for the rest of the race.
Thank you very much. Back to green. Corey Day leads in 4. Now he'll try to get up and run away, and he's going to gap him quickly onto the back straightaway. 15 laps to go this time. It is Day, Denny, Kofoid, Pursley, Thorson, Courtney, Seavey, Miller, Drake, and Justin Grant, your top 10. Trying to sneak to the inside and pick up one more. Tanner Thorson. Got that right front just to the left rear of the PristineAuction.com number 86 as they work down the back straightaway. As Kofoid now going to get the run off at turn number 2. He'll take over second. Buddy Kofoid by Jacob Denny here to take the silver position. Denny, the car gets a little tight in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Here comes Dason Pursley now to capitalize. Pursley going to take the spot away. Denny trying to get back down to the bottom, does so. Blocks the charge of Tanner Thorson. Thorson still going to ride in 5th. Now Tyler Courtney coming up on those two. As Denny able to fend off the charge of the 25M for the time being here. He will work around the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Changes his lineup just a little bit. Thorson coming up, letting him know he's there. Trying to get a run this time around to the front straightaway. No dice. He continues to run out your top 5. Tyler Courtney running at 6. Logan Seavey, Gavin Miller, Cale Drake, Justin Grant, your top 10. Jake Swanson, Tanner Carrick, Zach Weigel, Kyle Larson. Then Cannon McIntosh. Then Zach Dahm. Right now running out your top 15. Corey Day picking up the pace substantially here as we have 9 laps remaining. Buddy Kofoid trying everything he can to reel him in and put himself in position to try to make a late race charge. As Day picks up the pace, but he keeps the car as straight as possible. Caution. 66 coming to a stop over in turns 1 and 2. Brody Graham. Justin Grant, the 2 from 15. As we're set to go back to green. Corey Day brings it back to speed with 8 to go. not slowing the pace up whatsoever. The driver of the number 4 going to pull the field onto the back straightaway. Gaps by half a second over Buddy Kofoid. Pursley running in 3rd. Jacob Denny running in 4th. Tyler Courtney still your top 5. CV running in 6th. Miller running in 7th. Justin Grant in 8th. Cale Drake, Jake Swanson still your top 10. And it's going to be Carrick, then Weigel, McIntosh. We go back to check on your leader with 5 laps remaining. Advantage, 1.061 seconds. Kofoid going to fly the front end of the front straightaway as he will try to pick at the pace. Feels a couple of tenths off of the advantage held by the 4. If they come around this time, it'll be 2 to go. Corey Day, runner-up finish here 1 year ago, leads the way. The white flag going to be shown this time. He will work off of the bottom of turn number 4. And can he make it one more lap? Final trip to the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4 one last time. And you can add Turkey Night champion to his resume. Corey Day wins at Ventura. Buddy Kofoid going to cross in 2nd. Dason Pursley in 3rd. Jacob Denny in 4th. Logan Seavey in 5th. Gavin Miller in 6th. Justin Grant in 7th. Cale Drake, Jake Swanson, and Tanner Carrick unofficially your top 10. One of the biggest crown jewels in midget racing finally belongs to the driver out of Clovis, California. He'll climb up top, race fans. Let him hear it. Corey Day is your Turkey Night winner. As he will make his way around to the right side of the car, we're going to go down to Christy Bemis.
Last year, he sat 2nd on your podium, and he was your Don Basile Rookie of the Race. This year, he sits in victory circle. Corey Day, your winner of the 83rd running of the Turkey Night Grand Prix. Corey, similar circumstances to last year. Picked your way to the front just when the rubber was coming. This time, 1 spot better. What made the biggest difference this year in being able to get around the leader?
I think just not having Jesus to pass in front of me. that was a big one. So, hats off to Willie Kane and, Phil Durst and Bob Worth for giving me a good motor that, no one thinks would work. And it does. So, just thanks to Jessup and HP and Drake and everyone for working so hard this swing. I look forward to this swing so much, to just be able to come race and almost relax. It's not as, high pressure as, my normal stuff I'm doing. So, just really glad that Willie and I can finally get a couple down here. And, glad I can be 1 spot better here this year.
You really did work your way kind of slowly to the front of this one. Were you just playing the long game?
Yeah, I was. I knew that the rubber was going to come in. Unfortunately, with so many laps on this place, they just really can't keep it off it. So, I knew it was going to come in. It's just a matter of when it was. So, tried the bottom and then would move back up and then kept trying the bottom just to see. And I saw Denny down there get by a couple cars and knew it was in. So I knew I needed to get down there and get my tires worked in for it. So, just really glad to get this one. Glad it played out good.
A first-time winner of the Turkey Night Grand Prix here at Ventura Raceway. Can you think of a better way to cap off this remarkable 2024 that you've had?
No, I can't. This is my last race of the year, so, I've never ended the year with a win in all my years racing, so to do that feels really, really good.
Corey Day picks up the 83rd running of the Turkey Night Grand Prix here at Ventura Raceway. He sits in winner's circle for the first time at this prestigious event and picks up yet another USAC Knox and Drink National Midget victory. We are going to head over to your 2024 USAC Knox and Drink National Midget Champion. We're going to take it over in front of his CB Industries PristineAuction.com number 86 that has been dominant on the tour during this 2024 season. And Dason Pursley, of course, the driver who brings home his first USAC national title. Dason, it came down to the wire. You never lost faith. What were some of the key components to the success you and Chad both have had this year?
Just definitely, you said it. Chad is a phenomenal, was a phenomenal race car driver and now a phenomenal car owner and a crew chief. So, if it wasn't for him and the CB Industries team, this wouldn't even have happened. So, it's just unbelievable to finally say I'm a champion. And, it's just a bittersweet moment. I don't even know what to say. Just all of CB Industries, Chad, Casey, Danny, Cole at the shop, Carlin, everyone that's a part of this deal. It's been a bittersweet year for sure, and it definitely came down a little bit closer than we wanted to, but nonetheless, they done a phenomenal job and never gave up on me, and I never gave up on them, and it just goes to show everyone that's a part of his team, Nos Energy Drink, Prix Auction, Toyota Racing Development, just everyone that puts their blood, sweat, and tears into that thing is extremely crazy, and it's pretty cool to finally come out on top.
Especially when it comes to nights like tonight, the Turkey Night Grand Prix, 98 laps, so much on the line. Where do you try to focus your efforts as a driver?
Yeah, it's hard, of course. Chad and I definitely want to win the Turkey Night Grand Prix, and then you definitely have to pick your battles of, how hard to run it. And the track changes so much, and I felt like, honestly, I was the first one to really make gains on the bottom there, and almost got to the lead, and then the top kind of got cleaned off again, too. And it was just a matter of jumping back up there and then trying to get back to the bottom, and just didn't do a good enough job with picking those lines and stuff. But to finish 98 laps is nonetheless something special and a true testament to the cars that Chad and them build, and it's just extremely thankful to be an opportunity to race for a championship, and it was just a fun year for sure.
The success you've had and the talent that you've demonstrated this year with the USAC Nos Energy Drink National Midget certainly paving the way for the next steps in your career. In one word, if you can, describe what this season has looked like for you.
Yeah, it's a big turning point. It's probably one of the best seasons that I've ever had driving a race car, and it just goes to show with everyone that I've been a part of, and USAC's been home for me for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's kind of developed me into the race car driver that I am, no matter if that's non-wing sprint cars, midgets, USAC Silver Crown, any of that stuff. It's a true testament to USAC and the development that they do for drivers to use it as a stepping stone, and just forever grateful for all of USAC to give me an opportunity to race, and definitely a bittersweet to cap off my USAC career with the championship, and look forward to dabbling a little bit next year and years to come.
He's third tonight on your podium for the Turkey Night Grand Prix, but more importantly, he is your 2024 USAC Nos Energy Drink National Midget Champion. Dason Pursley, CB Industries, going to get a hug from his dad. What a spectacular season this team has had. We're going to head over here to your second place finisher tonight on the podium, Buddy Kofoid, who gave it all he had on the top side of the racetrack, but ultimately the bottom side was victorious. And Buddy, before the rubber came, the top side was becoming even more and more treacherous. When did you decide you had to give up on the top?
When guys were driving by me and the rubber on the bottom. No, I felt really good on the bottom early, just pacing those guys, and traffic's always something I kind of get excited about, and there's plenty of it here. So yeah, I knew, I had a chance in traffic. I feel like they kind of stalled out, and I could stay with them and get to them and move around if I needed to, and not really lose any speed. So I knew that I had a good car then. But yeah, no, just got to the lead, and passed them all on the top, and my car was good enough where I could run a lane off the top and make so much speed and like get to the cushion just on exit and not have to worry about hitting it in the center or just past center, and then kind of felt pressured and then moved up even higher and felt really good even on the cushion, and really never felt like I bobbled in the center at all. And then had that restart and raced with both Malloy cars, and then got back by both of them, and then Denny got by me on the bottom, so I knew that time was running out, and I felt like I still had time to stay on the top, and actually got by him for a split second, and then it got really dirty, I think, from everyone on the bottom, and I was still trying because I knew my time was running out, and I didn't want to surrender yet, and then caught the cushion wrong exit at 2 and almost hammered the wall, and gave up second, and really second it was probably the best place to be. Obviously woulda, coulda, shoulda if I coulda got down, but I was trying, and now lost 2 races here, ran second here twice in rubber, which is a shame that the biggest outdoor midget race of the year has to end in rubber every year. But no, my Keith Kunz Motorsports Mobile and Toyota guys have done an exceptional job. Tulare was the first time in the car in 10 months, and I didn't know what I was doing, to now almost having a chance to win Turkey Night and a chance to, I think, win Bakersfield and in contention win Merced. So that's just a testament to Bo, John, Evan, and their talent, and getting me back to, I feel like, my performance a couple years ago. So I just want to thank all them, and of course the fans for coming out and packing this place. It's always fun to end the year here, but Tired of being one spot short.
He really has had an excellent West Coast swing with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. That is Buddy Kofoid. He is second on your podium tonight. Gave it all he had on the top side of the racetrack, but just had to move down in the end.
Rookie of the year and race.
That's what I thought. So Zach Weigel going to bring home your Don Basile Rookie of the Race award for the 83rd running of the Turkey Night Grand Prix, which is a very, very special award. And Zach, you should be very proud. But also your 2024 USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Rookie of the Year. So much to celebrate here tonight. What are some of the highlights of your season?
Definitely Angel Park, the win, you know, all the great runs we've had all year in the adversity, you know. We really didn't start off that good, but I learned a lot, and Chad and Dason helped me a bunch, and we turned the season around and excited for next year.
You've done a lot of really good things in the short amount of time that you've been with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. Where does the Don Basile Rookie of the Race award for the Turkey Night Grand Prix fall on your list?
Oh yeah, it's definitely up there. I'm sure there's huge names that have won this award, and I'm just blessed to be here and able to come travel all over the country, do what I love. Thanks to Dave Nost.
First time at Turkey Night, 98 laps. What did you make of it?
You know, I saw Kale right in front of me. I was just making sure I didn't wreck, you know, lock up Rookie of the Year. But we'll come back next year and we'll try to win it.
Zach Weigel, your 2024 Rookie of the Year with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. He is also your 2024 Don Basile Rookie of the Race Award for the Turkey Night Grand Prix. A lot of really cool accomplishments Zach Weigel is taking home tonight, and a lot to be proud of for Chad Boat Industries, who is also your USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion of the Year. So Chad Boat putting together a really incredible team for this year in 2024.